Hello everyone, this is Quark Games, and welcome back to RealmCraft 3.1. You probably don't remember it, it was called 3.0 at the time, but this is RealmCraft. I made a world tour a month into it. Now I'm making a world tour of the second month, even though it's been over a year since I last played, or since I last showed this. So let me explain what's happening here. What's happening here is that I recently got back into playing on this world, and I realized, hey, I made a YouTube video about this, and I want to make more YouTube videos about this. So I should probably start, you know, with the month time frame. So I started playing again October 1st, and it's November 1st, and I'm recording this video so I can show you guys all the things I've done. And let's go ahead and get started with this crazy farm right here, or not farm, but crazy contraption, which is a world boar. I followed Silent Whisperer's tutorial. You can go check that out for sure. Go search it up. But what we've got here is it covers about exactly 2 chunks, and every time you activate this target block, the whole farm moves forward 1 block and it blows up, and you're supposed to remove that lava, but I'm not going to because I got a lot to show you today. Ooh, look, ancient debris. Wow. So another thing that had happened that I want to tell you about is that this I recorded this video before, exactly right before this, but the audio wasn't recording. So the only audio, or the only sound, was the Minecraft sounds, which means the only sound was the no block recreation of the Better Call Saul theme. So yeah, that's cool. But anyways, let's go ahead and head back to our base so I can show you the rest. At least we're starting in the nether this time instead of ending in the nether. I feel like that was pretty not well planned, but we can go ahead and start with the nether, so that way we don't have to worry about this farm, because that's the only thing I have to show you in the nether. We also have a beacon down here. That's how I got speed, and this little simple piglin bartering farm. I already took most of the items out, so it's like, wow, so cool. Let's go show everything else, because everything else is a lot more interesting, I can promise you. Now the first thing I'm going to show you is how my base has been doing. So actually, the first thing I'm going to show you is how I started the last episode technically, which was this XP farm, which doesn't work anymore because they patched the bug. So I need to run that through my sorter. Now over here, we've actually gone ahead and added a little horse stable. I don't know if that was there originally, but we also have a little room to do some brewing, and we have the sorter, and I decorated my base a lot more. So that's pretty cool. We have a cow. This is like the only cow we have on the server. We can change this out because we won't be needing that trident anymore. But over here we got a map wall that shows all the cool stuff. We got, ooh, what's that project? I'll show you that project too, and even that project, which takes the place of the wool farm. We also have all these different pillars. This so far probably took me about a week or more of the month period, is just expanding on this and making it look better. So that's pretty cool. And we got a dog, so that's also pretty cool. Jojo, he has gotten a netherite beacon, not a max one. I want to get that eventually, but he does have a netherite beacon, so that is what matters. Now over here we actually have a villager farm. We have a villager breeding chamber down there where all the babies try to run to the beds, but they fall down and come up the chute where they grow up to become villagers, and then I can request them by hitting this button, but I'm not going to because this guy doesn't need to be zombified. And it moves this guy over to the zombification chamber, and it moves that guy, or one of these guys, over into here, where I can then place down a job block and then step on this pressure plate, which will reset their trades if I don't like them until I like it, and then send them across and repeat the process. We got a couple in here. Over here we also got a couple extra villagers and storage for villager curing supplies. Now over here we have a massive project that takes the place of this mountain, which is called Dot 17. The goal of this project was to make it so that way I could have an interface where I could drop a block just from here. This is the only thing I need to ever be at in the storage system, and then I can come over to here and collect them. This is all extra stuff, which, even though I've already recorded this and already said that I was annoyed that I left this here, I still left it here. So that's cool. But anyways, you should see we get sand starts coming in, and it's exactly 1 stack, or around exactly 1 stack, I should say. And over in the back we got all this redstone. The stuff above I'll talk about in a second, but over here this is how we got a red coder kind of thing going, where it sends all these signals down these wires over to these specific different storage systems which act as sorters. We can drop items in and they'll flow up and get sorted, but we can also request items from that little UI. So that's pretty cool. And then another thing we have over here is this little door mechanism, which I'll show you in a second. And this is the automatic dropper. This over here is I'm making an automatic brewer, so you can use this over here, this lectern, in order to select what you want. And then you'll see the selected page is the one where both of the redstone blocks on either side are down. So this one's down and that one's down. So that way this one would be selected and it would brew whichever potion this one was, which was water breathing. So that's pretty cool. Another cool thing that I have over in this area is I have this specific dropper which doesn't actually do anything except for if you put the pass in, where it'll give you it back. You'll get a doot 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 and you get access to the walkways, or the walkway. Planning on expanding this when I have more redstone. Another thing I have over here is a massive villager area where I can trade for them at really cheap prices with all the stuff. Got a lot of XP and a lot of emeralds. So that's basically what .17 is. It's just a better version of my base, I guess. I also have the Better Call Saul theme recreated. And that is the accountant. Or not the accountant, but the secretary. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Another thing we have built is over here by the turtle sanctuary from last episode. We have this volcano with smoke coming out of it. I still haven't finished it yet, but I think it looks pretty cool. And one thing that we'll notice is when we come down here, we have a couple extra mini golf levels. If we complete the if we complete the, did that go up? Oh, we're getting stuck like all day today. Is that one stuck too? I think it is. Oh my lord. I might have to reset this because they just changed the way that the bubble columns work. Because they used to work. Oh, that one worked. We should see that we get a volcano eruption. I think that's pretty cool. But then also we have the horse breeding project over here. No more work has been done on that. That's cool. Here's the wool farm. You might say, that looks different. It's because it does look different. It's a rainbow factory, like the one from the Amazing World of Gumball. I saw this really cool color palette on another world where we got dark oak and then andesite stone bricks, and then we go up to granite and bricks as well as deep slate. And then when this oxidizes, you get a nice contrast color, and I think it just looked gorgeous, so I moved it over. We got the rainbow sheep still in here. Definitely need better storage, but yeah, it's pretty satisfying farm to be by, and the brown sheep just goes crazy, I guess. So that guy, he goes crazy. There's a lot of his wool. Another thing that I've changed about over here is I've added these 3 custom trees that I built myself. I think these 2 look really good, and I just recently built this one. This one doesn't look nearly as good. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know. I'll figure it out eventually. And then down here we got a custom made azalea tree. And this is where all the frogs go, and the white frog. Only the white frog has a name. We've torn down the massive cactus farm, or the small cactus farm, and the bamboo farm in exchange for adding in a concrete converter. Over here you can hold a stack of concrete and just stand over here and constantly get your stack replenished as you add to the growing rectangle of concrete. And then another thing that we have over here is a gold beacon, just so that way you can instantly break all the concrete. Now there is something in my base I want to show you, because I did move the bamboo farm and the cactus farm into 2 different parts of the world. Here we have a much better bamboo farm built in my base that runs directly into some furnaces. This is a take on Ethos Bamboozler, but in Bedrock Edition. You can see basically as soon as the bamboo grows, it gets immediately harvested, and a ton of bamboo pours out of this thing. So it's very cool. Technically, you can lose a little bit of bamboo in here, but not that big of a deal. And we just got a couple other mini farms over here, like a crop farm, sugarcane farm, flower farm, stuff like that in the walls behind where you would never really see. I think I already showed you the cow. Another thing that we have is this massive super smelter, which smelts just simply too many items. I did an example of it before, but I don't think I'm gonna do another example. But it smelts whatever items you put in here at 64 times furnace speed, because there's 64 furnaces. Let me go ahead and collect all these guys, so that way they all stop. But yeah, there's 64 furnaces, and it runs on charcoal, so I'll usually put some logs in here every now and again, and then refill it with charcoal. And all of these items get put into 8 different droppers, because there's one on either end. It splits in the middle where the collection goes, and then those all funnel over to here where the player can collect them, and it's very satisfying. Like, that's what all this glass is from. Now, probably one of the last farms that I'll end up showing you in today's episode, because these are only the new farms or the important farms, is this isn't an important farm, but it is a new farm, which is a massive cactus farm. Like, so big, there's really no need for me to have made this. But I dug out a chunk and I started working on this, and it's not even done yet, so that's cool. And there's 3 different options. If you flip down this one, you get composting, which would turn it into bone meal. So you should hear. Yep, you heard it. And then, or you could flip this one down and it goes over to get smelted. Or you could just collect the cactus, and as you can see, it just produces too much cactus. I haven't even AFK'd over here. There's no need for that much cactus. But that's about the last actually important farm, or farm, that I'm going to show you today. Just in hopes of me not having to record another 30-minute episode. But definitely let me know if you'd like to see this turn into a series, because I would love to record video projects and put them on YouTube. So let me know in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe if you liked what you saw. And hopefully I'll be a lot more active. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.